first phase of elections. What are the numbers saying? The numbers, especially when it comes to the Election Commission, the final numbers are still not in. But Election Commission clearly indicating that the numbers, especially in the southern part of India, looking good. Let's first head across and touch base with all our correspondents there. Joining us this evening, Rama Tyagi joining us from Udhampur in Jammu, Shishir Shelar from, especially from the Nagpur belt. He's there in Nagpur, positioned himself in Nagpur, getting us the latest. Aditya Srivastav joining us from Bhopal. Let me first come to you, Rama. A quick look at that Udhampur seat. It becomes pretty interesting with the entry of the late entry of the candidate there against the sitting MP from Udhampur. How does this battle play out? How's been the polling fever there? And, how do you see, this particular election, especially from Udhampur? How did it play out?
From the polling front, it's a good news that people came out of their houses and enthusiastically it happened. And despite bad weather, since morning to evening till 6 p.m. there were long queues in front of the polling booths, and not only youth but new voters, women, senior citizens, they came, and even people with disabilities, especially able people, they came to booths and they cast their vote, and they were very happy. They were very clear about their issues, that we want peace, development, we want a strong-willed government who can take a decision. And political fight is also very interesting because Dr. Jitendra Singh is in fray, and in his opposition Congress fielded Chaudhry Lal Singh, and the other third party was also there, Ghulam Nabi Azad's new launch party and candidate. So the calculations were on, but still it is unclear who will get the favor of the voters. But the victory of Loktantra or democracy, it is clear here when people come out of their houses despite bad weather, and they have clear-cut issues in their mind. I talked to some people and they were saying that they have a clear-cut comparative chart in their mind, that what previous government said and what was the implementation and what is going on present time, and after that comparison. And not only in Jammu and Kashmir, they at that time they were thinking about the nationwide politics, what is going on, what are the statements.
That's an interesting assessment that you
politics
make,
is going
Rama,
on, and after that they took decision.
That's an interesting assessment that you make. Let me shift focus to Shishir joining us from the Nagpur belt. Shishir, Vidarbha region, 5 seats went to the polls. At least the numbers that have come, trickled in by 7 p.m. The voting numbers are not very encouraging. We have seen almost a double-digit dip when it comes to voting in Maharashtra. What are the reasons that you see on the ground?
Well, absolutely, especially if you look at the numbers, because the numbers we got till 5 o'clock, even those data were not satisfying, because Nagpur actually witnessed almost less than 50% of voting percentage. But this is not the new for the Nagpur. And that's the reason the district election officer have launched mission distinction this time around, so that they could get at least 75%. That was a target to achieve at least 75% voter turnout in Nagpur city and the rural areas. But in spite of the several measures by the district election officers, the number hasn't crossed the 60 marks as well. But look at the other picture here, because the Gadchiroli district has witnessing quite a good turnout. But comparatively, if you compare these numbers with the 2019 numbers, then obviously even Gadchiroli witnessed a lesser voter turnout. So obviously, as far as the numbers are concerned, the voting turnouts are concerned, it is absolutely not good. But one thing is absolutely good is, of course, that is voters' experience this time around. We have seen a very new factor, in the voting. Obviously, this is the first phase of vote, but the action taken by the Election Commission was absolutely good, because home voting process also, or maybe theme-based polling stations. These are some of the activities that have actually encouraged most of the voters here. But in spite of that, the numbers hasn't increased. We hope so that with the numbers we've got now, in the next few phases left in Maharashtra, we hope so that these numbers may increase in the next 2 phases.
Let's shift to Aditya there in Madhya Pradesh. Aditya, not much changes when you move from M to another M. Madhya Pradesh, what do you see, especially as a trend that you've noticed in this first phase of elections in Madhya Pradesh?
Anil, around we can say more than 63% voters cast their vote in 3 constituencies on 6 constituencies of Madhya Pradesh till 5:30 p.m. But still, we are waiting for final figure. But in these 6 constituencies, there are 88 candidates are in battle. 81 are male, 7 are women. So we are expecting that when the final figure came. This figure across 65%, but there are 2 important seats of Madhya Pradesh. One is Chhindwara and other one is Mandla. In Chhindwara, as we know that Congress, stronghold seat, the Kamal Nath's sons Nakul Nath are in battle against Nakul Nath. Vivek Banti Sahu is a BJP candidate. And if we talk about the Mandla, Union Minister Phaggan Singh Kulaste is the BJP candidate of Mandla, and against the BJP, the Congress, Onkar Singh Markam was a cabinet minister in Kamal Nath government. But we can say around Election Commission made a good arrangement for voters. But in the afternoon time, trends are very low because of summers, because of heat waves. But we are expecting that the trends, the final figure came around 65% voting.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you. Appreciate all 3 of you joining us this evening, getting us the picture from the ground. Rama Tyagi, Shishir Shelar and Aditya joining us from Bhopal. Appreciate you joining us, getting us the latest. Now we